Pilates with the loop band. Grab your band, put it over the tops of your thighs, and let's squat. Legs a little bit wider than hip width. Inhale as you squat, exhale as you stand tall. Remember to tuck your tailbone under and bend your knees. Spread your feet nice and wide and sink your weight into your heels. Let's try about 10 of these. Inhaling and exhaling. Start to feel a little bit of a burn going on, or maybe the heart rate's gone up. Fold the arms and squat and pulse your knees out and in. Keep going. Well done. And release. Transfer your weight to your right leg and just pulse your left leg out and in. Out and in. Have a little tip to the side so you feel a bit of a workout into your waist. And then transfer your weight to the other side, and let's try again. So transfer your weight to your opposite leg and pulse the other leg up and down. Leaning to the side will help work the waist. Press your leg into the band. Try about 10 on each side, pulling your tummy in, and then release. Turn your feet out, ready for a plie squat. So legs a bit wider than hip width, and let's plie. We have ballet arms with this plie, so round your arms, lift up through your elbows and squat, pressing your knees over your ankles, keeping your spine nice and tall. Plie squats are great for working the inner thighs. Keep going. Again, about 10 repetitions. And then pulse, but we are lifting up the heels. Stay in your squat, lift your heels up and down, up and down. Keep going. Keep it going, shoulders down, belly button to spine. Breathe. And release. Well done. Have a little roll shoot through your shoulders. And then just relax. Lunges. Place one foot in front, the other leg behind, shoulders down, and let's lunge. See if you can tap your back knee onto the floor, raising your arms to chest height. Keeping your spine nice and tall. Taking care not to lean forwards. This is a great workout for the quads. We're going to switch this up in a second, so watch out. We're going to pulse to start with. And then we're going to go into a balance. So bring your weight to that front leg, tip forwards, and you're going to lift and lower your back leg. Pressing the leg back to work your glutes, so really working that butt. Good. Swap sides, so transfer the weight to the opposite leg. So the opposite leg is in front. Split squats. Bending the knee, lifting the arms in front. Keeping the spine lovely and tall. Pushing the knee into the bands. And adding that pulse if you really want to go for it in a second. And see if you can just go into that arabesque, that balance challenge, leaning into the front leg and pressing the back leg up and down. Balance challenge, challenging both legs. Well done. And then coming back to center. Roll your shoulders. Good work. Roll them the other way as well. So let's get down on the mat. So take an inhale to look up, exhale to roll down. Take a pause and roll back up again. We'll do that one more time and then we'll get down on the mat, ready to work our core. Inhale to look up, exhale, roll down. Walk your hands down the mat into a plank position. Option to hold the plank or option to press one leg up and down. Up and down. Pushing your leg into your band, bringing your chest forward, squeezing your bum and the backs of the legs. Couple more, then relax into child's pose. Give the hips a little bit of a rock. Well done. Take a pause. And come up onto all fours for a cat stretch. Inhale to look up, exhale to round up to cat. Find a neutral spine And we'll go for donkey kicks. So press your heel up to the ceiling and your knee taps down on the floor. Heel to ceiling, knee to floor. Your foot is flexed. Lead with your heel. Squeeze your shoulders down. Remember, it's upper body as well as lower body. Take it to the clam, so swing your knee out to the side, keeping your pelvis as still as you possibly can. Try about 10 each leg. And then we'll switch legs in a second. Before we do a little bit of a balance, so extend your opposite arm to leg out and pulse, pulse, pulse. Take a little bit of a stretch back into child's pose. Rock the hips. We'll do exactly the same exercise on the other leg. So bring yourself back up to all fours, find that neutral spine, and we'll do donkey kicks on the left-hand side or the opposite leg. Flex your foot, tap your knee to the floor, and then push your heel up towards the ceiling, squeezing your bum. Remember to keep your belly button pulled in. Take the knee out to the side for a clam. So now we work the outer thighs. You're doing about 8 to 10 on each leg. Keep going. Extend the leg, extend the opposite arm, pause. Option to pulse here. Really challenging the stability of the core muscles. And of course the lower body. Good work. Let's bring ourselves down to a seated position on the mat. Ready to do some abs and core. Hands to the backs of the legs, shoulders down. Inhale as you look up. Exhale as you fold it back, half roll back. Inhale to come forwards. Exhale just to round it back. Pull your belly button in towards your spine and really feel your abdominals and your core switching on here. Your legs should be pressing against the bands, so you feel your thighs working alongside the core. Now sit back onto your forearms, shoulders back, tuck your tailbone under, and just allow one of your knees to fall out to the side. Try to keep the other knee as still as possible. Just working the hips. Then bring both knees up above the hips. Flex your feet and press one leg away, bringing it back in above the hips. Single leg stretch. Your shoulders are down, your upper body is super strong, and you're pressing through your heel. Keep going. I know it's tough, but it's upper and lower abs. Make it harder by pushing both legs forwards and maybe opening the legs out a little bit to work the inner thighs. Keep going. And then relax. Bring your feet down. Have a lie down onto your back, hands to the back of the head, and start with a curl up. So lift the head, neck and shoulders off the mat. And as you lift your head, lift your knee. Try this again, but lift the opposite knee. Keep going. Your legs should be quite wide so you feel the resistance of the bands. Inhale back, exhale forwards. Let's switch this up a little bit. Now take it to opposite elbow to knee. Your knee still comes in towards the band, but your opposite elbow twists across the body. Feel the muscles in your waist really working, and twist from the waist and the belly button, not the neck. Keep going. And then rest. Arms down, but the knees come up. And just put your big toes together and open and close your knees a couple of times. Press the knees open and then tap your toe out to the side. And then bring the toe back so it meets the other big toe. Keep going. You're tapping out to the edge of your mat, so we're opening out your hips. But at the same time, both of your knees are pressing outwards against the band, so you really feel that burn in the thighs. Try both legs. tap both big toes down to the floor and then lift them both up. Add an extra challenge by reaching both of your arms up and over your head. Don't let your back lift off the floor. Press your ribs down and of course keep your knees pressing outwards against the band to work the thighs. This is great for the legs and the lower abdominals. Take a little bit of a pause. Circle your back round and round the other way. Well done. Bring your feet down to the mat, slide the legs out, press your legs out and flex your feet. Take your arms overhead. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale to roll up, tucking your chin, reaching your arms forwards. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to roll down. Keep going. Unpeeling your spine from the mat as if it were a sticker. Pressing your legs outwards against the band and flexing your feet if you want an added challenge. Remember to reach forwards, stretch your hamstrings and your spine. Lean back, take a stretch and a pause. Bend your knees. Bring your hands in front. Fold your elbows, half roll back, Russian twist. Press your knees against your bands, elbows are folded and just twist from right to left. Keeping the legs as still as possible by using the band, but getting that waistline going. Come up for a pause. Let's take the band off. We'll try a few arm exercises. Windscreen wipe your knees from right to the left. Grab your band and put your band over the tops of the arms, palms facing up, palms facing down. Half roll back to full roll back. Press your arms against the band and roll up, lifting one of your legs. Your arms press outwards so you feel the arms working, and as you roll up, attempt to lift one of your legs up. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, take it back. Exhale to come up and lift the opposite leg, pressing the arms outwards against the band. Now flip the palms up. Bicep curls. Curl, release. Hinge from your elbow creases, pressing the arms outwards against the band, making sure the band is not on the elbows, it's further down, but it's not too close to the wrists either. Remember, you need to press outwards. And then we'll add a challenge in a second. So we'll curl and we'll lift the arms up and down. All the way up, all the way down, keeping your spine super tall, pushing up and pushing outwards against your band. Your legs are getting a break, but your arms are now getting a challenge. Well done. Palms down. And then rainbow arms, up and over, up and over. Up and over. So now you're working your abdominals, your arms and your shoulders. Inhale one way, exhale the other way. Draw your belly button deep in towards your spine. This is also great for your waist. Heart rate should go up moderately with these exercises too. Take a pause, sit tall, pulse the arms back. Keep going. Let's keep that heart rate elevated. Give it a shake out. The band comes off, but it goes back onto the legs. So we put the band above the knees and we're ready to go again. Pilates side exercises. Prop yourself up on your elbow. Let's start with the clam. So we stack our hips, shoulders down. We're going to bring our feet up and we clam. Notice how the big toes are touching and the heels aren't. Inhale, exhale. Pull your belly button in towards your spine, keeping your hips facing forwards. Try about 10 of these. Really feel the outer thigh firing up. Bring the feet down, extend the top leg. The arm can come down onto the leg. Make sure the leg is opposite the hip and you're going to point the foot and circle the leg. 10 circles each way. Try to keep the shoulder down, the tummy pulled in, and the leg is in line with the hip. So don't allow it to come further forwards. That's cheating and it makes it easier. You're working your glutes, so keep going. And then change directions. 10 each way for me. Relax. Lie down and extend both of your legs out so you're now laying in a perfect straight line. Tuck your bottom under, flex your feet and start to just lift and lower that top leg. You can stay here or you can make it a little bit harder by lifting the top leg, lifting the bottom leg, lowering the bottom leg, lowering the top. So lift the top, lift the bottom, lower the top. Keep it going. Lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower. Again, we have a challenge because we lift both legs and we squeeze the bottom leg up and down to meet the top leg, trying to keep the top leg perfectly still. We do the reverse, so we keep the bottom leg lifted and still and we squeeze the top leg up and down, up and down, up and down. Relax. Bring your feet to the front of the mat. Add a challenge by lifting up and propping yourself up onto your forearm. Flex your feet, lift your leg up and really lift your upper body up. We flex forwards, point back. Inhale forwards, exhale back. So your upper body is propped up to work your waist. Try to keep it as still as possible. Don't let your shoulders creep up by your ears. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Push your leg up and into your band. We're going to roll onto our backs. Take your feet as wide as your mat and turn out your feet for frog bridges. Press your knees out against the band, come all the way up and all the way down. So we're going to try a pulse. So we come all the way up and we're going to pulse the knees outwards against the band. Keep the feet down. Keep pressing the knees out and don't let the hips drop. Try about 10 to 20 pulses here. Stretch the legs, arms overhead. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, roll up. Well done. So we'll try the other side. So same exercises on the opposite side, starting with the easiest, the clam. Knees up, hips stacked. Lift your feet, drop your shoulder. Inhale, open the knee. Exhale to close. The big toes are touching, but the heels aren't. And this encourages the glutes to work a little bit harder. Keep your belly button pulled in towards your spine. Keep going. I know you can feel the burn, but just keep breathing through it. Extend your top leg, make sure it's opposite your hip, and go into leg circles on the other leg. 10 each way. Pushing up into your band, hugging your belly button in towards your spine, and don't forget to breathe deeply. Go the opposite way too. Well done. Lie flat down, stretch the legs out. You're now in a straight line. Tailbone tucks, hips are forwards, flex the feet, lift the top leg up and down. So we can progress this in a second by lifting the top leg up, lifting the bottom leg up. Lower the bottom one, lower the top. Top, bottom, bottom, top. Lift up through your waist. Imagine you want to create a little bit of a gap through your waist. Now we make it a little bit harder by lifting both legs, and we're going to lift the top leg and the bottom leg, but we're going to move the bottom leg up and down to meet the top leg without moving that top leg. These are tiny movements. Try the top leg up and down to meet the bottom leg, but the bottom leg stays lifted. Ouch. Come up onto the forearm. The feet now come to the front of the mat. Lift up through your waist, point your feet, and flex forwards, point back. Inhale, exhale. Try to lift up through your waist, don't sag down. You're balancing on your hip here. Push your leg into the band and keep breathing, keep moving, keep flowing. We're almost there, so don't stop. Good work. Roll onto your back. Keeping the band on, lift your legs up in the air, arms down. Flex to open your legs, point to close. Flex out, point in. A little bit of inner and outer thighs. Flex to open, point to close. Press your lower back into the floor to work your lower abs. And then taking the hands to the back of the head, lift your head, neck and shoulders off the mat. Point your feet and we'll just gently scissor the legs. 10, 9, keep going. Keeping the ribs moving down so we've got upper abdominals combined with some legs for lower abdominals. This is tough. And then relax. Bring your feet down. Take a pause. And just breathe. And then slide your body down the mat. Flex the feet. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, roll all the way up. And release. Cross your ankles and just take yourself over onto hands and knees. Find a neutral spine, shoulders back. Extend your leg out, and we've got the rainbow. You're going to take your leg up and over, cross it over by the other leg, and then out to the side. So the foot that you're working, the leg that you're working crosses over to the supporting knee, the supporting heel, and then it comes back in. Try the other side. Extend the leg, flex the foot, up and over, cross by the other foot, up and over, cross to the other side. This works the glutes. You might feel this in your core and your abdominals. And just release. Grip your toes, walk your hands towards your feet and just fold forward, slowly rolling up through your spine and standing tall. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll through, and we're just going to finish off with a curtsy squat. We'll start by squatting and crossing your leg in front of the other leg. So foot comes in front of the other side. Foot comes in front into a curtsy. Squat, curtsy. It's quite hard from a balance point of view. And then let's take the leg behind. Curtsy with the leg behind. Out, behind, out, behind. Well done, almost there. This is the last little push. And then we pulse, pulse, pulse in that curtsy, and then we curtsy and pulse. Well done, and relax.